Well, it snuck up on us, but it is already time for a beauty empties video again. My monthly video where I take all of the things I've emptied in beauty for the month and I give you guys a little speed review, share whether I would repurchase or pass, and we do this every month. So it is already time for November. So if you want to see what all I have emptied and share my thoughts on them, then stick around and we'll dive right on into it. And welcome back to the channel, guys. I am Cher. So this is for November, even though we have a few weeks left, but I know that it's time because my bucket Dory is completely overflowing and I've even got other products that will not fit in the bucket. So I know it's full and I've got to do this empties video. So I have everything ranging from hair, skincare, body care, makeup, fragrance, maybe? I can't remember. I think so. A little bit of everything in beauty, and I just go ahead and put it in this bucket throughout the month as I'm emptying it to save each month to share with you guys. This is kind of my forum in which I'm able to bring you guys reviews. I have 2 videos each month that I do. One is my empties and one is called my beauty faves. And those are the ways that I'm able to share my thoughts on all the tons of products that I do throughout the month because we cover a ton of different beauty curations here. I do a lot of boxes. I've been doing a lot of advent calendars, I do a lot of curations and sets, reviews, hauls, you name it. So we cover a lot. And so I do like to have a way to give my thoughts on some of these things that I feature and unbox or share in spoilers or what have you on the channel. And then my beauty faves video, I like to kind of pick out and highlight which ones I thought were the best of the best that I tried for the month. So with my empties, we're just going through each thing that I definitely used up and what are my thoughts on them. So I don't know how many I have. I kind of count them at the end, put them on the thumbnail, but I can tell there's a lot. So let's get started and see what we got here. We will kick it off with some Oribe. So this is the Oribe Super Shine Hydrating Shampoo. Love this stuff. I've done Oribe before and I knew I love it. You go through it so fast though. I mean, it's a tiny little bottle. They do say that a little goes a long way, but I find that with my long hair, no, it doesn't. I go through it ultra fast. So this tiny little bit, it's nothing. It's nothing. So I wish I had much larger ones. They're definitely very pricey, even in the small bottles. I was very thankful to get it. I think I got it in an Advent, maybe. I can't even remember which one. And I love it so much. It's amazing. So yeah, I will always repurchase Oribe. All right, and we've got a couple of monthly like routine products that you guys see every month if you've been around here and watched my empties. One, you know, my nails. I wear these all the time. The Kiss Impress No Glue Mani, but it has to be Kiss Impress. Those are the only ones that ever work on me that ever stick and stay in place. I can't wear any other press-ons. I can't wear the glue ones. They're all terrible, but these are the best. Now I have 2 different ones this time. This one was, I think, the French manicure this time. Yeah, I think it was like just a simple French manicure, which I love, but for some reason they didn't last as long this time. And it may be because I didn't really scrub my hands down first. They give you a little cloth in there that you really clean the nails off, really rub them, take good care of the nails first, let it dry for a minute, and then you really press down and apply very well. I was in a hurry and I threw them on because you know, everybody's looking at my hands when I'm unboxing, when I do makeup, all of that. So I think I was popping them on for like an unboxing video, like reel or something, where all you're seeing is my hands. And they only stayed on for a couple days this time. So I don't know, it was probably just me. It was probably user error, but I love the style of them. So definitely continue to repurchase. Let me find the other ones. Okay, here they are. So then a second box of them, but this time, well, I don't know which one's which, but basically it's another style just like this. I tend to buy these a lot because this is the only style that they carry at my Publix. And so sometimes I'll just grab them when I'm at Publix. So I had emptied a box of those, and then this is a fresh set. Then the other routine product that I use all the time that y'all see is my hair dye. It's already time for another hair dye job. I've actually done a root touch up right now, is why I'm not super gray and skunk-like. But this is my hair dye brand, Schwarzkopf. I have had paid partnerships with them in the past, but I always have used them forever and loved them before that. I tend to get cappuccino or one of the really dark brown, like brunette colors. That's my natural, well, it was my natural hair color before I went gray. So we do this every single month. Out of the box too that I didn't have room was Bath and Body Works hand soap. This is the pumpkin cupcake. It is so delicious and wonderful. I love it so much. I think I recently got this one in that last Bath and Body Works little haul that I did. They had some on sale and I grabbed them, and I had to get like all the pumpkin and like fall scents, which I like to fill up on like the seasonal scents each time. This is incredible. It's delicious. So the notes in it are baked pumpkin, whipped vanilla, frosting, and golden honey. It's yummy, yummy. And then another Bath and Body Works one though. This one has been a favorite. I love it. And I actually mentioned it in my Beauty Faves video for October because I was still using it at the time. I hadn't emptied it yet, I don't think. And this is one of my favorite Bath and Body Works scents of all. It is so yummy. The Wildberry French Toast. The notes in it are sweet berries, brioche French toast, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. It is just, oh my gosh, it's so good. And I want to just go wash my hands so that I'll smell like it all the time. Okay, I have been using up my La Mer. Now, if you have followed my channel, you'll know I try to be cruelty-free, but I do get products in a lot of the boxes in Advent sometimes that are not cruelty-free, and I go ahead and I do use them. I confess, especially when it's La Mer. Now, sometimes I'll just get rid of it, but occasionally there are products like this that I'm like, oh, yeah. So these, oh my gosh. So first of all, we have the Essence Foaming Cleanser. I love it. But let me tell you about this one. This is going in my Beauty Faves for November too. So you will see this repeated because it is wow. So this is the concentrate. It's like a serum. Okay. Now it's this tiny little bottle, but I was able to get a feel for it. It has this little spatula thing. Okay. And so at first I was like, this is weird. What? And the idea is you just put it in a few spots where you really need it and rub it around. So at first I didn't feel like it was applying well. I was like, it's this tiny little bit. You can't even get anything out of it when you apply it. And so at first I was going to have this negative review, like, what in the world? This is so expensive. And then you can't even get a drop out of it. But then when I started spreading it on, oh my gosh. Why do you have to be expensive and why do you have to be not cruelty free? Because I am so madly in love with this, y'all. It was, oh, it's like, it's this silky texture that I can't even explain. And when you first put it on, you're like, what's so great about this? But then for like a minute later, it hits you. It hits you. This silk pillowcase of heaven that just glides across your face, and it's like silky dreams. It's beautiful. It is incredible. So yes, I will not be repurchasing because it is not cruelty free. But let me tell you, if they turn cruelty free, I will plop down that $1,000 or however much this costs, and I will buy this. Okay, yeah, which stinks. Okay, what have I got next? I've got a lot of luxury this time. We have Augustine Bader. I had to try these eye masks. I was like, yes! I feel like, did they come from my Saks Fifth Avenue? Or they may have just come from another luxury edit. I can't even remember now, but it's the eye patches with TFC 8. Again, they were wonderful, wonderful. Stayed on. They were kind of like, I think I kept them. No, I didn't keep them in here. Sorry. They were, I think they were gold. You know, and there's some that just, they don't stay in place. They don't feel like they're doing anything. No, these were lovely. I did love them. So I don't love things just because they're luxury. By the way, I judge it based on the merit of, like, you know, how great it feels on. So a couple of these are winners. All right, you guys saw me mention maybe in my shorts and then in my like little vlog, I had brought this Polite Society setting powder with me, the little baby mini, because it's so handy for travel, and I had brought it on our trip with us. It was my setting powder for a few days. I've already emptied it from that, so it doesn't last you really long, but it's so handy and so cute. This just pops up like that, and I now have the full-size version, and this is one of the best setting powders, you guys, I think I've like ever used, especially in the fuller size of it. It is so, so good. You have got to try it. I think I had it in my favorites video also last month, or and if I didn't there, I'm going to this time. So good. So yes, I will definitely repurchase. I don't know if I'll do the mini again. I mean, this came in handy, but I will definitely repurchase the full size. Okay, this was old and probably expired, but I was like, I've got to use it up now that it's fall and like pumpkin season. So this is the Tula So Pumpkin Exfoliating Sugar Scrub. It's wonderful too. Over time though, it was hard to get everything out. So I ended up having to like rip the bottle to get down the rest of the goo that was in there to get the rest of it out. And I ended up putting it more on my body towards the end, because while it really feels good and my skin feels really soft and amazing afterwards, it still is a little harsh on the skin for those with sensitive skin or mature skin like mine. So I don't tend to use physical exfoliants like this very much. I'll use like an enzyme scrub. This one's a little more, you know, it says it's a sugar scrub and it is like rubbing sugar, but it's a little harsher. So I did it on my face a few times, but then I ended up using it more, like I'll use it on the heels of my feet. I'll lather it all over my body. Like I can handle it on my body. I just don't always do the physical exfoliants on my face. So it was wonderful for that. Okay, I actually, I don't empty makeup very often, especially if it's not like a concealer or a mascara or something, but I emptied the Physicians Formula Butter, Glow, and Go. This is their dual-ended, it's like a contour. It's a contour stick on one side, and then it's blush on the other. Now, I do have a little bit of blush left, but to be honest with you, I'm calling it empty because I will probably not use it for the blush. It was really the contour I especially liked to use from this, and I was using it like almost every day. It was so convenient, and it's really, really good. It was the perfect color. They've got a few different shade ranges in this, and this one was Sun-Kissed Rose. Perfect shade for me. I do find, like, I like the blush, so I was using the blush with the contour, but a lot of times I'd go back in and I'd double blush and I'd use a different blush on top of this because it's a little too subtle for me. I like my blush very vivid, and I find this is a little bit more of like it's a little underwhelming for me. So without the contour, I probably won't keep using the blush, to be honest with you. I have so much blush in my blush drawer. So I'm just going to call it empty, but it is fantastic and so good. You know, a great drugstore option, really good formula, so handy for travel. It is amazing. I love this stuff, so I will definitely repurchase. All right, I have this. It's called the Cleanest Lab. I think I got it in maybe the New Beauty subscription a while ago. Hydrating Daily Mask and Conditioner. So it's confusing when they say it's a mask and a conditioner to me, because I'm like, well, do I use it every day as a conditioner or do I use it a couple times a week as a mask? I don't know which. I kind of used it like every other day is how I would use it. And it took me a long time to go through this. It's really heavy duty, a lot of like big bottle. I felt it was okay. It felt to me more like a conditioner that was pretty hydrating than it did a mask. Like, I guess it was kind of a mix between both. So it was pretty good. Like, I think I'd probably repurchase again. Yeah. I also got to try the Native Body Wash, and this is the coconut and vanilla. This stuff is amazing. I love it. It's so good and it smells great. I love the scent. It is a wonderful drugstore body wash. So I will definitely keep repurchasing. I was really impressed. And I can't remember, did it come in the Walmart beauty box finally, or was it, it might have been in one of those other, like the Mayher's box that I unboxed a while ago, or something Eagle, Giant Eagle, stores that I don't have here, but I unboxed them from other states. Might have been in one of those boxes, but it's fantastic. So I'll definitely have to look more into the Native brand. I've really been impressed with it. I finished my RMS setting spray. This is the Radiance Lock Setting Mist, and I was so impressed. It definitely gives very dewy, radiant. Yeah, I would not say this is going to be a fixing spray. It wasn't like it locked everything down. It was more that it made everything just really beautiful, radiant mesh of the makeup. So I will definitely repurchase. I loved it. All right, I also went through the Little Baby Strivectin neck cream. It's the TL Advanced Tightening Neck Cream, and I took it on my trip with me. And I had been using it a little bit right before that. I got it in one of the Target advent calendars, and it was perfect. It's definitely really tightening though, like as it says. So it's very, very, very firming. Like you got to really rub to get it in. So I feel like it's definitely working as a firming cream. So yeah, I would repurchase again. I really like Strivectin. And then I've used up my Merit Great Skin Double Cleanse Face Wash. I love this stuff. I love foaming face washes, and this is just perfect. This is the kind of like foam that I love. It looks like there's some left that I didn't get to. I don't think that it had settled as well when I thought I had finished it. I might have to get the rest of it out of there after all. But it is wonderful. So I am so glad I got to try it, and I will definitely be getting more. I think this was one of their, this was a new release. I got it in PR. Sorry, I had a hair on it. So wonderful stuff. Love it. And then I love my Rhode Vitamin C enzyme scrub, papaya enzyme scrub. I always go for this anytime I see it. I scoop it up more when I see the deals on it because I just love this. It's like a favorite enzyme scrub. It's just refreshing. It feels great. I love Rhode Beauty, one of my favorites, so definitely will repurchase this too. All right, this came, I think, the Walmart Beauty Box or Allure. I think Walmart. OGX Nourishing Coconut Milk Shampoo. That was pretty good. It was okay for a drugstore shampoo, I guess. So I might repurchase. It wasn't one of my favorites, but it was okay. All right, I also went through another hand soap, the Coffee and Whiskey from the White Barn collection from Bath and Body Works. I liked this, and I was thinking that my husband would love it. But turns out he doesn't really care for like gourmands. He doesn't like flavored coffees and flavored anything. He's just not into it like I am. So it wasn't really a hit with him after all, but I liked it. I loved it because I love coffee. So I would say I love whiskey, but I really don't. I don't do whiskey. A little too strong for me. And then I also had a candle that I went through. This is from Goose Creek, and this is apple bourbon. It was so delicious also. Very impressed with the Goose Creek ones. I had been trying these out for the first time. Loved them. They tend to be a little cheaper than Bath and Body Works, so you can get some great deals on these too. So yeah, I loved it. I loved it for the fall season. What were the notes on this? It was red apple, cinnamon spice, and oak barrel bourbon. Now, you have a little bit of that bourbon come through, but you do smell just the yummy like fall apple scents. It's delicious. Okay, I tried this Revision Skincare C Plus Correcting Complex 30%. They were samples. I think it came maybe from like the derm store or something. And I really liked the stuff coming out of them. I would just like to know what they're like, not as samples. I hate samples, like little foils, dealing with the skincare out of them. They just make a mess. I got to get them open. I got to go get up from where I'm at and go throw them away. So I don't love that part of it. So I'd be interested to see what they're like when they're not in a sample like this. But I really did like the formula. I also use this up. It's called the Aftercare Post-Treatment Soothing Cream Neo Cutis. Now, I think that you're supposed to use this maybe after, like, I don't know, microneedling or something, like on the face. I ended up using it like I had blisters that weren't healing. I used it more on like scars and like areas of the skin that it was kind of bothering me. It was still a little inflamed and all. So I started putting this on it in those spots, especially on my feet. I don't know. I was hoping maybe it would help it heal faster. I wasn't sure how this worked exactly, but I love the feel of it. It definitely has this like soothing, almost it reminds me a lot of when you use retinol. Like, you know, the feeling of retinol, it's that like elastic feeling to the texture. It has that same kind of feeling. Would I say that it did anything? I don't really know. I'm not sure if it's sped up. I wouldn't say like, oh, I healed instantly. I think it's more for soothing, not for like treating a scar or something though. So I'm not sure what I was expecting from it. All right, I have more Merit. This is the Great Skin Instant Glow Serum, which I really liked this too. I feel like it's kind of small and you go through it really fast though. It's more of your clear gel-like substance, and I really liked it, but I think my favorite was definitely that foaming cleanser. All right, I also did other eye patches. These were the Hydrogel Eye Therapy Evio Skin, Pink Perspective, and I liked them okay, but not nearly as much as my Augustine Bader ones. I tried the Scene Conditioner. I think I got this in my DermiDoc box, and I had never tried Scene before, so it was pretty good, but I'm not sure if I really can get a good feel for it from one little sample, to be honest with you, so I have to do a little bit more. And then I also had the shampoo as well. It was both the shampoo and the conditioner. And then I also finally used my little sample of Jasmine and Rose hand wash. This is from the Beauty Space, which is kind of tied in with Walmart, but it's like more luxury maybe. And I love the smell of this and the texture too, but it just, I am a jasmine girl. I'm not always a rose person, but I love the smell of jasmine and coconut. And this has coconut, peach, rose, jasmine, and sweet vanilla. So it had like all my notes. So I'm like, I am here for this because of the smell. The smell, it smells very luxurious to me. Yeah, it's so good because I love the fragrance in it. All right, I used up my Biro. This is the Tea Time Apple Matcha Tea Clearing Toner. I wasn't sure if this was going to be for my skin type. I don't think it's usually for my skin type, honestly, but it ended up being fine. I didn't have any problems with it. It didn't bother my skin. It felt very gentle and soothing, to be honest with you. My typical Biro that I love, love, love. So it worked great. I would actually repurchase again because it was fine on me. I loved it. I also used the Rhode Isle Snake Serum O2. It's supposed to smooth and plump with peptides. I definitely loved it, but literally y'all, I got like 3 squirts out of this little bottle. I mean, tiny. And I think I got this in their mystery box. Don't ever do their mystery box. It's terrible. They're so cheap on their mystery box. They give you just like tiny little bottles like this and you didn't get anything in it. So it's like I love their products, but I don't love how little you get out of things like this. So I would definitely like to do more, but I need bigger sizes. I went through the Laura Geller, it's the Warm Cocoa Liner, and this was eyeliner, which I just got new eyeliner from her too, so that's good to replace it. It was actually a great liner, but you go through it really fast too. And I do find that sometimes with some of these gel liners, The Natasha Denona ones I always go through really fast. Um, Laura Geller's also. So I would prefer that my liners like last me, but it was a good formula. I also went through the Huda Beauty brow pencil. I did not like this. I mean, it worked okay. I just don't feel like it was very smooth. It's the shape here, you gotta like really fool around with it to get it back on to fit right, get the shape right. The brush part, the spoolie just isn't, it's very stiff. The whole pencil is just stiff. That's the best way to know how to describe it. It's a very stiff pencil. Not my favorite, honestly. I like a lot of Huda Beauty products, but this is not one of my favorites. I probably will pass next time, but I will never pass on my Tatcha. I emptied, and it broke my heart to empty it, my favorite lip treatment, lip balm, like of all time. This is the Tatcha Kissu Lip Mask. Oh, heaven, heaven on earth. And usually you have the spatula on the top in here. I kept the spatula though for other products. It is just heaven on earth. And now I'm using other brands at the moment as my night lip mask, and none of them can come close. I keep switching masks because I keep trying to find like one that I like, and it's like nothing compares. I just don't know if I can go back to other lip masks now because it is absolutely amazing and wonderful. This will always be my favorite. So, I know I'm a luxury girl, you can tell. We do have a lot of luxury in this empties video too, don't we? Including this one, but this will be a not so good review. The True Botanicals, the Pure Radiance Oil. Hate it. I'm sorry. So it was a whole True Botanicals takeover box in the detox market back a couple months ago, I think it was. And I'd never tried the brand before. I've seen it a few times. It's a very like natural brand. Well, everything in detox market is clean. It's very high end though, very pricey, and in a lot of luxury boxes. And so this is just the little oil. This baby oil, like in this size, I can't remember what it retailed for, but it was really expensive. I want to think this was like over $100, or maybe it was like 80 bucks. It's an insane amount of money for this tiny little bottle, I can tell you that. So I tried it. I was using it for my gua sha. I don't like it at all. It smells terrible, first of all. It has that natural smell. I guess I can handle the natural smell if it's working well, if I love the texture and all, but I don't love the texture on this. I feel like it's a little sticky. Not as sticky as some that I've done, but it's still a little sticky and not like, it's not that like lifting feeling in the oil like I like in some of my facial oils. It's just natural and messy is the best way I know how to describe it. So I would not repurchase, especially not at the price that this thing costs. No way. Okay, this looks terrible because it's been in my shower, so it got all wet and gross. The Azure, or Acure, I'm sorry. What's the name of this, y'all? This is the first time I've done it, but it's actually pretty popular. Acure? It was in one of the Target advent calendars, and it's a facial brightening scrub. So another major exfoliating, like physical exfoliant. So I tried it one time on the face, and it was way too harsh for my, mature skin, dry skin and everything. But afterwards, my face did feel so soft. It felt amazing. It was very nice. Like the skin felt great, but it's very abrasive. It is almost like rubbing sandpaper on there. It's abrasive on this, but I can see why people love it because it did have a really softening effect afterwards. But after that first use, started using it on the body, and it's wonderful for the body because it really does help on like the heels of the feet and that kind of thing. And it's brightening. I was putting it like in this area and like where I want like brightening. And so, yeah, I might repurchase it for the body. So loved it for that. All right, I finally finally, it took me months and months. It takes forever to go through this, guys. But I finally emptied the Tula Glow and Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. God, I thought I'd never empty this. I think I got it in Allure several times. And I was excited at first, but after using it for a while and now going back to like an eye cream instead of just this balm, I don't love it as much. I think like it does have more of the cooling effect. I think this is great for those who struggle with like puffy eyes, like certain things like that. And it's very handy for travel. I love having just like a stick that you just pop on the eyes. You don't have to touch your eyes. You just rub around with the stick and you're good. So in some regards, I like it for that. And it is brightening. But here's the thing. If I use it in the morning, it had a white cast. So it was almost like, you know, when you use sunscreen and you get that like, so I'd be walking around with a white cast under my eyes. So I had to make sure that I was wearing good makeup on top of it to cover that white cast. So if you're gonna put this on, I would not do it in the morning as part of your routine in your skincare. I'd save it for nighttime before bed, especially if you're not gonna wear makeup during the day or something. And especially if you struggle with like puffiness, you need the cooling aspects. And see, I don't struggle as much with like eye puffiness. I have just dark circles and just, you know, wanting to prevent the fine lines and wrinkles and crow's feet and all of that. And so I am more focused on like anti-aging in my eye creams and skincare. So I probably wouldn't keep repurchasing this for me and my particular needs, honestly. All right, another one from Bath and Body Works, the White Pumpkin. This is ginger white pumpkin, caramel glaze, and warm blended spices was the notes. I'm trying to remember what it smelled like. Hold on. I mean, I think I loved all my scents, of course. Yeah, this is good, but I don't think I liked it as much as the others. It's more spiced, so it's definitely got that like yeah, warm blended spices, gingered. It does smell a little bit, almost like a little touch of gingerbread with it. Like, yeah, it's more of the spiced part. So, which is nice. Like this time of year, it's great. But I'm a lot more into like these baking, sugary, the more sweet ones, you know, like vanilla sweetness and stuff. So it was okay, but it was a less favorite than the others. All right, and then we have one last product. These were like strips. I think they were kind of, it was 4 strips, 2 treatments, the My Smile teeth whitening. I don't know. They're okay. I'm not sure if I noticed my teeth are like crazy white, but with teeth whitening, it's hard to know because you're not going to get whiter teeth from one use or two. It's kind of like a repeated thing you do. I don't know. Do they look whiter? This is all I've used recently, so maybe they were okay. Like, they didn't have a terrible taste like some of them do. So they're all right. I might get more, try some more. So yeah. All right. But that was everything. Let's see how many that was. I'm going to count them and I'll be right back. Okay. I think I counted 38 products, which is still a lot more than typical. I've been going through a lot of products lately. So we had a lot of empties yet again. I guess I've just been on a roll. So 38 empties, and yeah, lots of hits, lots of luxury this time, but all different price points, some drugstore as well, some medium end, some good stuff. So yeah, let me know if you've tried some of these and what your thoughts are on them. I also try to put a lot of these in my caption, shoppable links and all of that, so that if you want to check any of them out or interested in them, you can find the links. I tend to list most of them on my Shop My page. Sometimes there's a few that like, especially like the Bath and Body Works ones, they can be seasonal, so you might not be able to find it anymore, you know. So I'll put whatever I can find. Or some of these drugstore products, like it's hard to find it online and versus in store. But whatever I can find, I will put in there for you, so you can shop the links. I always make a commission through that, so I appreciate when you guys support the channel. So if you love seeing a lot of beauty boxes, curations, and reviews like this one, you definitely want to stick around here and pop the subscribe so you don't miss it in the future. And I'll catch you guys all in the next one.